Hello everybody, how's it going? It's Ken here. Gonna do another acting video. I'm here at DeLong Pre Park. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. DeLong Pre. Great bicycle route. If you're looking for a nice, safe bicycle route to travel on, I recommend DeLong Pre Avenue. It's pretty low traffic, plenty of stop signs. You just kind of roll through those for the most part, and the cars will be expecting bicycles on that street, so they won't run you over, which is always good. But I'm at DeLong Pre Park, which has a number of statues. Let's see if we can see them in the background there. No, there's a pole in the way. There we go. There's a number of statues that are dedicated to Rudolph Valentino, who of course was a famous actor in the 20s, 30s, 40s, early silver screen days. And so I wanted to talk about something that I forgot to mention on my other video, because I was like, oh, I'm just going to do this one video and talk about everything that is acting in that one video, except for I forgot about a very important acting thing, and that is, you can get some better light here, there we go, and that is emoting. That's the one thing I did not mention. Now, emoting is the act of expressing emotion, right? So there's a wide range of emotions. Some say there's only 6 or 7 emotions, and that all other emotions are a blend of those emotions. I'm not going to go into a big long thing about emoting. I'm just going to try to explain what it is so that you know what it is. There's 2 types of emoting. There is genuine emoting, right, which is a lot of people claim to be genuine emoters. A lot of actors and actresses claim to be genuine emoters, and they reach down inside, and oh my god, the dog keeps just vomiting, and it's just really gross. You hear that sound in the background, and it's a vomiting dog. But there you go. You know, but yeah, see, my face is making expressions now. I'm having a genuine emote to the sound of the dog vomiting, coughing up his stick or whatever. I'm having a combination of uncomfortable laughter. It's uncomfortable laughter and disgust all mixed in together, and this is the face that it creates, and it's, you know, can be it's very relatable. Emoting is relatable. People talk about empathy, and empathy is when you see the emoting of another and you feel the emotion yourself. So that's empathy. So emoting is what the actor does, and empathy is what the audience does. And you don't have to have a genuine emote in order to create an empathetic response in your audience, because ultimately, in the end, it doesn't matter what's going on inside the actor's mind. What matters is what goes on inside the audience's mind, which is why there is false emoting, and that's really acting, in my opinion. Is when you're able to false emote. You're actually laboring to create an emotion, whereas in genuine emoting, you're just feeling the emotion and then expressing that emotion. So an example of genuine emoting is the director tells you, be sad, and so you think about your dog Puddles as a kid getting run over by a car, and I didn't really have a dog, Puddles. I was false emoting. But if I really did have a dog named Puddles and he really did get run over, then that would be real emoting, you know. So, but see, it all happens right here. And you know, it's a very interesting thing. Like you can learn a lot about emoting through studying psychology. There is you can actually, if you look investigate into psychology some, you can get charts of facial expressions and how they relate to different emotions, because it's one of the things that we pretty much all share as human beings. It's hardwired into our DNA, and the way our brain works is, we feel an emotion, which is hormonal for the most part. It's a release of hormones in our body, and that causes a facial expression to happen, thus projecting the emotion to the receiver, aka the audience, the empathizer. But this is a really weird thing, right? So even though I don't have a dog named Puddles, when he got ran over, it was really, really sad. Because what happened was, as I make that face, as you create the muscles, right? Just like your brain makes muscles move in your face, moving muscles in your face makes things happen in your brain. So even though I didn't have a dog named Puddles, and he didn't really get run over, it's still really sad for me, because I'm making all these muscles in my face that emote sadness, and that in turn is releasing the hormones inside of my head, causing me to actually be sad about an imaginary dog. And that's what happens when the audience watches your performance. And even though they didn't have a dog named Puddles either, they're sad about Puddles dying. Just as you're sad about Puddles dying, even though there is no Puddles. Puddles is a work of fiction. But that doesn't make it any less sad that Puddles died. You know what I'm saying? So that's sadness. So you can work on these in the mirror. You can get those psychological charts and look at them and see what the faces look like. But you gotta pay attention to where the muscles, how much the eyes open and close, and the cheek muscles, and there's actually a lot. It's not just the face. A lot of stuff actually happens in, say, like the stomach and pectoral muscles, and in your back and your shoulders. It's a whole thing. So just think about like when you're sad and like what it feels like, and then just try to recreate that. And you can create some real emotions, and then of course you can also do it the other way, which is, you can just simply think about something that makes you feel a certain way, and that works too. I mean, it doesn't really matter. In the end, it's what happens it's what happens in the audience's mind that matters, and more so, what the director thinks you did it right or not. Because that's how you get your paycheck, which is ultimately what we're after here. We're after a paycheck, This is my favorite right here. See this? This is Smug. I love Smug. Smug is my favorite. It's kind of like you're smiling but trying not to at the same time. Yep. So that's my favorite. And then this is just giggly happiness and enjoying yourself. And let's see if we can do love. Love. Okay, ready? Okay, this is a hard one, because it's hard when I'm looking at my own face here in this camera. So I'm going to try to block it here with my hand so I can't see it and actually do it. Okay, here we go. Love, 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 love. It's a hard one to hold on to. It's just for like a brief second there, but with all the goings on and looking at my own face, although I do think I'm very, very beautiful, I don't think so of myself as beautiful in that particular way. But anyway, so that's my little acting video 2, emoting. So yeah, check it out. Thanks. My name's Ken.